Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul. It's your boy Cass. Got a bit of a special for you today, and it's your boy Mo. How you doing today, Mo? As well, looking absolutely flawless. Look at that skin, that melanin popping, it's shiny. Yes. That new lighting you got out of the back there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. New age, new era, new season, new lighting, new camera, new everything.
I knew everything, man. But first and foremost, let me run the intro. You know how guys how it goes. You guys are probably wondering, where's Callum? Where's Drifty? Where's Hughie? Where's Daps? Where's Jamie? But first and foremost, gotta run the comments and big up everyone that's in here. So I'm gonna have to run it up before we start introducing. So on that note, wow, I have to scroll up bare. What are you, man, on today? Booger, man, big up you, always here supporting, obviously representing Liverpool. Raheem, Mojis, Sid, always supporting Sir Timo Werner says, never mind these 2 fraud teams. Chelsea are back because they beat Udinese 3-1. Okay. Noz, I big up you. J5's in here. Usman's in here. Who else is singing the blues? Wow, man, there's a lot of people in here, man. Leonard, Kieran. I've got to do the list. Taylor's in the building as well with Clinical. Wow. So if any, long story short, big up Narrate as well. Love this guy, man. Absolute sensational human being, honestly, man. Charlie, and I'm sure there's loads of others as well, but there's 74 of you already in here, so please smash a like for these amazing guests that are about to come on, because if you don't, I'll just end the stream. Okay then. So long story short, big up, man. It's going to be hard to go through a lot of the comments today as well. Elias, don't try to say Kopish raid. Don't try to do that. You're never a foul man as well. It's a Kopish raid. It's a Hughie raid, CEX raid, it's a Daps raid, it's the 80-94 raid, whatever that means as well, which I'm going to have to get him to explain to me in a second. But first, I'm going to have to introduce you straight away to the boy. He's the man of the hour. He's all the way in Portugal, living his best life. Man, like Daps.
Obviously, 1894, how dare you?
I don't know. Is that when you was born or something like that?
Not me, mate. I'd be a bit old then, but yeah, City.
I mean, it was your birthday. Like, can you blame me?
1894, you know. Fucking hell. What's good, man?
How are you, Daps? How are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel so
officially, the season starts tomorrow. How are you feeling in Portugal coming in? There's a game is happening tomorrow. How are you feeling, man?
I feel relaxed. I feel rejuvenated. I feel about 20 years younger. I feel 2 days now without alcohol, and it's going to keep going. I feel like I've been going bed early. And I just feel refreshed and ready to go. I'm looking forward to getting back, man, and actually being able to stream properly again as well. But yeah, and as for the season, I just feel like a dick for booking my flight back on Saturday, thinking the game is on the Sunday, to be honest. And that's why I'm not going to the game, but is what it is. It's what it is. Oh. And I'm looking forward to this as well. And do you know what? This is the first stream that me and Hughie have done together as well.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, then there we go.
We celebrated the league together, but we haven't done an actual stream together. So,
oh, City friends. Anyways, fighting in the red corner, all the way.
Oh, you're not getting my backup
on the West Coast.
No. One from the opposite side. Yeah.
This guy, he's on with me on the terrace. He's such an amazing guy. He likes to fight a little bit here and there when he gets the nitty gritty. No, nothing like that. You know what I mean? But this guy's sensational. We're talking a little bit of history as it goes, talking about the 1894, whatever that is. About someone in the background thought it was Paisley and not Shankly, but we're gonna get him in a bit later. But big up Callum.
Come on.
Talking about fighting, got his own channel, guys. Description in below. Go subscribe to Callum's channel and Kopish, and also everyone else's links are there right at the top. And I'm gonna have to obviously get a couple other links in there as well, I believe. Apologies, I'm not no names. But yeah, how you doing, my guy?
Not too bad. Pleasure to be back on the channel, man. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming.
Also,
yeah, man.
Even outside of this, obviously I don't want to pull the curtain all the way back, but you guys been really patient with me, booking this show and all that. So I appreciate that, because I know it's not easy planning streams and that. So appreciate that. Thank you.
It's all good. But yeah, man, another guy in the blue corner. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever spoke, but he gave me a lovely DM, to be fair, about the artwork. I'm not going to say who did the artwork, but
You just did.
Yeah, basically, big up me all the time. who's your? You have to be your own biggest supporter. But this guy is clearly knows his history, because I'm going to guarantee this is when Man City was born. He's representing 1894. He's all around on different shows. He's on Big Six here and there as well. If you haven't, so catch them on the Big Six at times. But yeah, man, it's Daps' guy. All I can know is that they're going to be, in the blue corner. This guy right here, sensational man.
Come on. I'm glad Daps cleared up that history for you. I was going to come in and give you a bit of a lesson there, but listen.
For me, for football knowledge, if that's when Man City was created, I wouldn't know that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, because we don't have history, do we? We don't have any history.
Yeah, you know what? Respect not bringing out the 2008 line.
Yeah.
Oh, you just took my line. Never mind.
So you've got a Norwich scarf for your history, bro. Don't worry about
it. You know what? I'm wearing neutral colours right now. Slightly. I was gonna go play the green and gold Norwich thing on, but it's not a Man United thing. So I saw Mo wearing black, so I thought let me wear black as well. But yeah, man. In the last corner, obviously the red corner, one of the founders and co-owners of Kopish, he's Callum's boy. Daps' boy. I'm sure he's going to be Hugh's boy in no time as well. He's all of our boys. But this guy's, I'm not joking. Is he a Cater representative?
No, that's Matt.
That's Matt.
Yeah.
So, as far as I know, I'm not joking. He came up with one of the best lines earlier about getting dashed in the bath, when them hot baths when you used to get your little grazes, what your mum might do, cotton wool with the salt maybe. But this one, when you're in a hot bath, put some Dettol in it. You're either getting in when you see it white, or you're getting dashed in. It don't matter. All you know, you're gonna boil up, and you're gonna you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. But big up Drifty. We'll bring back the memories.
What's going on, people? What's going on? I'm never gonna lie. When I heard you lot talking about Daps was born in 1984, I was gonna say, "Yo, listen, hold on a minute. Let's stop the tape. Let's take some of that blood and let's figure out what the secret is." Because if Daps was born in 1894, I'm like, hold on a minute.
Moving like Captain America, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying, bro?
If anyone knows Daps, he's super bad, man.
Oh, no, that would have made Daps like 130 odd years old. I'm like, hold on a minute. I need the secret. I'm sorry, I need the secret.
It's Magnums. Magnums are the secrets. Magnums are
the tonic wines.
And now I'm not drinking them. I'm going to die any day.
Hey, look, Magnums are the secret to something else. Yeah, it's they're the secret to something else. You know what I'm saying?
She's sleeping right now. Leave her alone.
I'm feeling hot.
You know, bigger. I see Aaron. I see Narit. I see Ilias. I see Hannah. Yo, bigger. Hey, the Kopish community, man. I love it, man. Big up everyone,
guys.
Man.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Come on, guys.
Treble. I see in there. Man. Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man.
We've also got another special guest in the back. He's going to be substituted in, something that Liverpool are going to need since they got over 30 years old in the midfield running this year. So he will be coming in. It's another sensational guest. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, I feel like anyone that hasn't, it's 115 people in here already. So if you haven't, there's 68 likes. Not good enough. You want that ratio king title, you ain't getting it today if you're gonna come on with that. I'll big up to all the new subs. Exactly. So if you're a fan of Kopish, you're a fan of Hughie on the 1894, you're a fan of Daps or a fan of Mo, please just make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and obviously we'll get things started, man. I'll run a poll, guys, by the way. And so far, it's been 88 votes. So who's Community Shield winners? Liverpool on 41%, Man City on 59%. Goes to show where Kopish supporters are at right
let's
now.
Go. Thanks, people. We're off.
I'm gonna come to Callum first. How are you feeling about tomorrow? Obviously, there's no Alisson in goal. Does that kind of worry you a little bit? Does this game mean anything to Liverpool? Because come on, man, Klopp says it himself. Even if it's pre-season, it doesn't matter if it's pre-season. Man United's always a big game. Same with Man City. It's a big game.
All right, so Daps knows me well. Drifty knows me well. I'm shameless with it. I want the Community Shield. Everyone keeps on saying it's a friendly, it's a glorified. No, it's a trophy I want in the cabinet. And say what you want. It looks like the 50 people. I don't care. if it's something that the players lift and fireworks go off, I want it in the cabinet. So I really want to win this game. Alisson not playing is a big loss. Kelleher not playing is a big loss. Adrian, he's had a good preseason, but we also know he's not the guy. That being said, I know it's going to be a tough game because it's always a tough game playing City. They're a fantastic team. In my opinion, they're the second best team in world football right now behind Real Madrid. In my opinion.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, you thought I was going to say Liverpool, innit?
I thought he was going to say Liverpool as well.
I'm not that shameless. So for me, and in my opinion, we're the third best team in world football. So it's
fun Real Madrid, by the way.
Yeah.
I love them, man. Supporting you again.
Do you guys really believe that? Do you guys really believe that? So this narrative of Liverpool supporters and Man City supporters saying that Real Madrid are the best because they won the Champions League. But when Chelsea won the Champions League the season before last, every single City and Liverpool supporter said, no, you're not the best in the world. You're not. Because you won the Champions League winning one game after the other, that doesn't mean you're the best in the world. You're not even in the top 4 teams in the world. You guys, all of you said that Chelsea don't deserve that. But now, because it's not an English team, all of you
Where did Real Madrid
are saying that Real Madrid won. And Real Madrid won every game right on the line.
No question. Where did Real Madrid finish in the league this season?
They won their league, but the league is
okay.
shit.
Where did Chelsea?
You know
Where did Chelsea finish in the league last season?
But that's before the league started. That's you never knew. In December, Chelsea was still there and thereabout, and everyone told Chelsea, "You're not even close to us." So why is that?
I think it's because of what Daps said. I think Real Madrid, they won their league and they won the Champions League, and their run, I'll be honest, their run to winning the Champions League in the knockout stages might be the greatest run in the history of the competition. Like, who did they take? They took out, what was it, PSG,
Chelsea, PSG, Chelsea, City, Liverpool,
and then Liverpool. Like,
I agree with that.
That's mad.
They were never the best team, Callum. The guys, they were never the best team in any of these games. Maybe other than Liverpool game.
They still won them, though, bro. They still won.
Real Madrid are as real a European champions as it gets. It's one thing to win the Champions League, but not win your own league. Fantastic achievement, Chelsea, and I can say that. But to win your own domestic league and win the Champions League, that's as good as it gets. You're the best. Like, you hold your hands up and say that's as good as it gets.
I disagree.
Run, man.
I disagree with that. Like, first of all, they limped through a lot of the Champions League games, and Mo's right. Like they caught everybody pretty much cold in a one-off random moment and went through. All credit to it. I'm not trying to take any credit away from it, but they were definitely the worst team in the final. Without doubt, they were the worst team in the City 2 legs, and even Chelsea in that second leg were battering them all over the place. God knows how they got through that.
Can I tell you about legs? Someone's leg was what? Go.
I got.
Are you serious? Are you serious? They were the second best team in the final.
Yeah. We were better than Real Madrid in that.
Really?
Final. Yeah. We were better.
I don't know about that.
Hold on, I got something for Drift.
I really don't believe that.
I got something.
Neither do I, Drift.
You're a big Deontay Wilder fan, yeah, Drift?
Mm-hmm.
How many fights have we seen Deontay Wilder been losing on points and he goes and gets a knockout punch? World champion, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've never sat here and said that Deontay Wilder's the best in the world.
But if he's knocking these people out, if he's winning, he's...
Real Madrid are in the top 5. Real Madrid are top 5, but they're not the best. They're not the best.
Welcome
I'm not even trying to
Welcome to Team Kopish.
Look, I'm not even trying to...
I mean,
Wow.
fighting a darker red corner, fighting the...
I'm not even trying to blow smoke, but City are the best team in the world. For me, I'm not even trying to blow smoke.
Welcome to
I
Team
think
Kopish.
City are the best team in the world.
Do you know? I'm gonna move to the City guys a little bit, but just let me follow up on that, Drifty. City are the best system team, or just the best team in general? I think Liverpool, in my opinion, Liverpool are the best team. City, they have the best system in the world that win against 18, 19 teams 18 teams in the league. But I don't believe that City are actually the absolute Barcelona of 2012. I don't believe that. Huey, what do you think about that?
I like you, Mo. Let's run with that narrative. I like you.
So what? You think Liverpool are a better team?
I don't.
You have a better system, but I think that Liverpool are a better team.
That's so subjective. To say we have a better system is just your opinion. It's what you like
I'll
to
need
see.
I'll tell you what I mean. I'll tell you what I mean.
I go on. People got to remember here, this is a Tottenham fan, by the way.
You can win.
What's he chatting about then? Systems and then some.
I'm not a Tottenham fan. I'm not.
Pass it on. Pass it on. We're the best. We're the best.
He's a Spurs fan.
He's not a Spurs fan.
I mean,
technically you are. Technically you are, right?
Technically. You got like
all
20
of that. I'm an Inter fan and I like Antonio Conte. That's why they ran this narrative that I'm a Spurs supporter now. I'm an Egyptian guy. I was labeled as a Liverpool supporter because I'm Egyptian. I was labeled a Spurs supporter. Anyway, you know what I mean by that? But because I think that you win against 16 teams, but you're not better than Liverpool in a head-to-head game. That's what I believe.
I think you can call me biased, but I believe we are the best team in the world. And I think if we had won one European Cup in the last 2-3 years, we wouldn't even have this conversation. We'd just be out and out the best. I think the only thing.
If some buts and maybes again.
So what's the if? So what's your point about Liverpool?
If you won a European Cup, you didn't.
So what have Liverpool won to make them the best then?
They won the Champions League.
When?
Just 2
like
years
when?
ago.
How long ago? Why are they the best right now?
All I mean is that against Liverpool, I still think
basically, fight in the red corner is Mo. Today we're gonna have Callum as the co-host.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Anyway, I'm just playing devil's advocate for both teams.
I swear that I've already got a headache. I'm not even joking.
Sensing a bit of bias from the host here.
Kaz, before you move on, Kaz, I'd just like to say, I know our Champions League run didn't look as good, and in the end we didn't win the Champions League. But I'd just like to say, Inter Milan were previous champions. We had to go through them. Atletico Madrid were in our group, who were previous champions. We had to go through them. AC Milan were in our group, who went on to become champions. Porto were also champions of there. Like, we played a lot of champion big teams in our run to the final as well. People are acting like we had some like easy run to the final. So I just
not easy, just easier. Not easy, just easier.
You know what was an easy? You know what's an easy run? That certain man at the back post I called Trent Lacken. Anyways, Pimp in distress. I big up Hugh, says big up Kopish G's represent. Obviously, big up for the super chat, man. Love that, man. And 1975 Jamrock says, win, whether it's a wooden trophy for 6-a-side, it probably means it don't matter what, it's still a trophy, even though it's a shield.
I big up the Kopish community in the building. I'm loving it.
I love that. And then Ilya said, City winning the Champions League this season.
One.
You know what? Huey, we're going to come straight on to you. You know what? Through that, big up Ilyas. Thank you very much for that. Are City winning the Champions League next season? Is Pep Guardiola on pressure, right? Like, to win the Champions League at all? Like, for himself?
I think he is, yeah. I think there's been pressure on Pep to win this competition since he first arrived at the club, and I'm not going to shy away from that fact. And when you bring in players like Haaland and even Alvarez to a lesser extent, and now Calvin Phillips and maybe Cucurella, obviously there's going to be an increasing pressure. And every single season I go into it saying, yep, this is our year. And every single season I get let down in some shape or form. But it is compensated quite nicely with Premier Leagues. Like at the start of this season, I was all in for that Champions League. I really, really wanted that Champions League. We got knocked out. It is what it is. I took it on the chin. But then with Daps and Steve and the rest of the lads, I stood on the pitch when we won that Premier League. And I said, you know what? I would not change this for the world. It was the most special feeling ever. I think as City fans, I don't know if Daps will agree with me, we just love that Premier League. For some reason, it just means that little bit more to us. Maybe we'll feel a bit different if we win the European Cup. But the Premier League it's where I'm at, man. It's where I'm at.
I'll always say,
take a bit of European success. I take it.
I'll always say, yeah, our fans did not believe until our fans almost didn't even believe we were meant to be in the latter stages until when we played Chelsea in that final. And when we played Chelsea in that final, that's the first time that I felt our fan base really starting to believe, you know what, this is where we deserve to be. We're supposed to be here. And then losing that hurt. It hurt a lot. Losing to an English team in a final does not feel good. And that was the point that I think it's become, for me, Huey, anyway, it's the case of, I just want to win one, because I'm done with hearing other English teams always be able to say to us, ultimately, what started this whole conversation here, Ilyas popping in going, are you going to win the Champions League this year? We're talking about Community Shield, but people are already asking us, we're going to win the Champions League this year? And like we had Villa on the last day of the season turning up at the Etihad with inflatable balloons, inflatable trophies. Aston Villa. Right? I have no doubt that Door and all his Nottingham Forest fans will be there when we play Nottingham Forest with inflatable Champions Leagues. And it's getting boring. And I just want to win one Champions League. I said it to Steve when we were in Madrid. I want to win one. And I want to tell UEFA to fuck themselves. I couldn't give a shit about winning any more Champions Leagues. We'll carry on winning leagues because I'm quite happy winning leagues and having that. Maybe it is a small club mentality, and that's where we've come from. But I just want to win the league every season. But now it's got to a point where we need the league so we don't get asked these stupid questions.
Yeah, before we move to the Community Shield, I say, Daps, as long as you keep winning the league and Liverpool don't win the Champions League, this is going to be your era. Nobody's going to remember them in 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Callum,
100%.
one question about the community.
That really hurt that comment, bro.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
You know what, Callum?
Callum?
It's the reality, man. No one is going to remember the 1 point. Nobody's going to remember the 90+ points in 10 years.
It's a great Liverpool team, but this whole Liverpool era has been absolutely shit on by Pep Guardiola, Manchester City. You would have run amok if it wasn't for us.
I disagree. And this is why I say I disagree. Because yes, the Premier Leagues, but if we're going to go in overall trophies, we've completed the set, whereas Pep hasn't. So yes, you've got the volume, but I'd arguably say we have the quality.
I prefer volume. I think I prefer volume. That's
do you know what? That one Champions League. We wanted that one Prem, so we effectively needed to swap, but we've done both.
Let me.
When you're on holiday, you know when you're on holiday and you meet people from different like fans from different clubs and whatever. I was speaking with a West Ham season ticket holder today, right? And I was talking about I can't remember. No, I was talking about Arsenal, and it started off talking about how Arsenal fans always go on about their golden era. And I was like, you do realise Arsenal's golden era, the number of leagues they won, City have already doubled, right? It's 3. They won 3 Premier Leagues, yeah. City have now won 6.
Before 90, one before 2000.
Yeah, City have now won 6, right? So Arsenal's golden era, we've already shat on, right? And then I said, and if you look at it from Liverpool, I said the maddest thing is that, like with Liverpool, in my lifetime, Liverpool have only won that I can remember, shall I say, because I think there might have been one when I was a youth. They've only won 1 Premier League. I said, but in my lifetime, they've also won 3 Champions Leagues, right? And that's because they know how to do that. They know how to do it. It's like Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. They know how to win that tournament. And he goes, the West Ham fan, no lie, goes to me, goes, Liverpool won a Premier League? And I go, yeah. He goes, when? And I go, like 2 seasons ago. He goes, oh, was that during COVID? And I thought, so when you say that, it's interesting because we look at it as City fans. You look at it as Liverpool fans. I think United fans look at it, but like the fact that another fan didn't even know that Liverpool had even won a Premier League, it kind of makes you think, as rivals, do we see this Pep Klopp thing a lot closer than it actually is?
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. If he was a West Ham fan, how many beers had he had?
None, absolutely none, bro. He was sober, okay?
No, we won it 2 years ago.
He was definitely drunk.
But what I'm trying to say is that as City and Liverpool fans, we see the Pep Klopp thing. I think, from my point of view, I do see it as a close rivalry because although we've won more leagues, a lot more leagues, Pep's won a lot more leagues, you have won the Champions League, and it's like the golden egg that we want to get, and that makes it kind of. But do rival fans? How do other fans of other clubs see the rivalry? Do they see it as close as us two see it, or do they actually just think, nah, the amount of leagues that City have won is nowhere. Klopp's nowhere near Pep.
I'm gonna let Gas can respond. Gas is a non-relevant fan. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. You know what? You know what?
Arsenal Norwich fan.
You just set me up right there, man. Don't do that. Sorry. Carry on.
Do you know how good that feels though? When I was growing up, if you told me there'd ever be a point where Man United would be irrelevant, I would have been like, nah, you're lying to me.
Beautiful.
You don't love it, innit? I don't take me. You know what?
Yeah. But your club ruined my childhood, bruv. Of course I love it, bro.
And we'll be back to ruin your childhood.
Are we ruining your adulthood, by the way?
And which one is more important?
Oh wow! No,
Can I ask Cass? Cass, can I ask you? Do you remember at the very start of kind of City's, peak, and they're starting to come into their dominance? United fans love to push this narrative. We don't care about City. They're irrelevant. They're nothing to us. Is that changing? Basically, are you now starting to go? They're catching up.
You will come. You know what? No, not catching up just yet, but I think I'll explain this on.
To answer his question, yes, go and read my Instagram post and look at Traps Booming this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, trying to find a narrative to make a City post about a City signing somehow slander on City at 8 in the morning, and he's a United fan, and that confirms me. I'm not rattled.
You know, I'm not that guy though. I feel like I can be shameless, but I can be level-headed. I never thought City would rise to where they would get to, and I didn't think Liverpool would rise to where they would get to like so soon as well in the space of a few years, until when you see Klopp. Allow it. But I wanted him at Man United at that time when he left Dortmund. But there was already agreements. Pep Guardiola, he didn't want to come to Man United because it was obviously the whole setup. He saw it from before it was.
You sound like an Arsenal fan talking about Yaya now.
No, but I didn't reckon Chelsea was going to get where they did from 2004 either. But the whole, you better rattle me. I don't even know you out here. Leave me alone.
That was liberty.
You know what I like about what Daps just said there, because that was Man U and Arsenal shared in one cup.
Listen. I feel my best quality is managing to send two shots at the same time.
Yeah. That was a double shot. That was like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gotta love it.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Before we get back onto that question, obviously Callum got to go and whatnot, so we're gonna substitute him because I've had enough of him. And man.
Coming on, but no, brothers.
Love for coming on, Callum. 100%.
The guys, hit the like for Callum before he goes, please. Do that.
Hit
the like for Callum before he goes. We need to reach 150 now. We're 160 something people watching now. Please hit that like button. It's free. It's right underneath the video you're watching right now. It's just free.
And Callum, where can they find you, bro?
On Team Kopish, bro. Team Kopish for football and the Sanderson Show for MMA.
Yeah, it's all in the description below, so do check it out in the description. You might have to obviously press more, and it will pop up with everyone's channel. So big up, man.
Bless you, bro.
Callum, thanks for coming in, bro. Speak to you soon.
Nice
one,
bro.
G.
Take care, bro.
So we're gonna sub him in as well straight away. He's got an incredible background from the green screen. He's got Mo to run for his money. To be fair, it looks like a piece of like the poo emoji, but it's all right. It's all right, but this guy's sensational. He's actually very level-headed, and he's actually not very shameless at all. So when it's like one of them guys, when he speaks, you listen. You know what I mean? Is that show respect? But I'm gonna bring him in straight away, fighting for the red corner since they can't fight together. Man, there he is, Jamie.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Lovely intro. I thought you were talking about someone else, but thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I know. It's just talk about that.
Jamie, you're coming in like Divock Origi, bruv. Clutch, get the winning goal, bruv. It is what it
is. Clutch, Jamie.
Hi, Patrick, leave me alone. No Socceroos out here. Leave me alone. But yeah, back to the question. Yeah, I do think in the next 10 years, if things continue the way they are as well, the whole thing. Remember, I was a Man United fan. I grew up watching Man United on telly and whatnot. As you do when you're obviously from down south and everything. What stops for the next batch of youngsters watching Man City when they grow up, and then the whole shift will change, the 13 league titles or whatever we have and so forth of Premier League will switch to Man City. It can change. Errors happen.
How many Premier Leagues do Man United have? Premier Leagues.
13. No. That's 20 times.
20 league, 13 Premier Leagues, yeah.
So 13 Premier Leagues. Okay, cool. So give us another 10 years. We'll definitely have 12 because we'll just double what we've got in 10.
Only if
what's up with Liverpool? Hurry up and give them some competition.
It ain't easy, you know, bro.
Yeah,
it ain't easy, bro.
I feel like it's good. I feel like it can obviously change in a heartbeat in the league. You see the Leicester thing happening. Things can get tougher. You never know. But Pep's going to smash. Klopp's going to smash. All due respect.
You know
what's funny? Hugh? It's like he read what I thought about 3 days ago, because that was something I was actually thinking about a few days ago. I was in bed thinking, I was doing all the YouTube stuff, and I'm thinking
about City in bed. Lovely.
Not like. Oh, I hate this guy sometimes. Man. Honestly, catches me. But it's not that. I was thinking about football as you do when you do YouTube. when you do YouTube, you can't help but think about football. And I was thinking, like, what if City actually do catch up with
No,
Man
no,
United
no.
in terms
Don't
of
try
Premier
and do
League
the
titles?
YouTube thing. You United
No,
fan
I
in
was.
bed talk, thinking
Bro,
about
I was
TikTok.
doing this at
The
3
YouTube
o'clock
thing
last
doesn't
night.
matter.
Anyways, I wasn't just thinking, now, you know what? Fuck it. You know
Have you
what?
got a City pillow, bro?
No, I can get a Marcel one from Ty, though.
Right.
No, I was just
Are
thinking
we
they
gonna talk on the
can catch
Community
up.
Shield?
We'll get there, man. We'll get there. But
Or
Drift-
pre-season?
That's a lot. That's a long way off, though. That's a long way off. Yeah.
yeah, it's only tomorrow.
It's not that far.
You know,
No, I'm
what
saying
about-
six Premier Leagues to 13 is a massive difference, though. That is
10
a-
years,
Yeah, I
bro.
know.
10 years.
It
10
happened
years.
in less than 10 years, man. It happened.
No,
less
it
than
can,
10 years, Drifty.
it can happen. It can, but it's still a long way
I promise
away
you,
at
if
the
Pip
moment.
stays,
though.
Drifty, if Pip stays for the next 8 years, they might get like 5 of them at least.
Hold on. Newsflash. Do you know what Pep said the other day? Someone congratulated him on the last 6 years, and he said, "Yep, hopefully we'll try and do it again." So there's another 4 or 5? Is it another 5?
Oh, I'm sick of Pep.
Or
I don't want to hear
Four,
that.
four,
Yeah, I'm
four.
sick of this.
But the thing is, errors do come to an end eventually. It has happened. It happened in the 80s.
Oh, we know,
happened in
bro.
the
We've seen it with
60s.
you.
It happens. Yeah, I know.
We've seen it,
I
bruv.
get it. Errors do come to an end. I was just gonna say as well, Drifty, just a quick touch up on like transfers and stuff like that quickly, because I know it's a bit boring. But is there any sort of areas you can specify? Obviously the midfield, but is there anywhere else that you would highlight that needs reinforcing for Liverpool to probably properly compete with Man City's obviously amazing squad?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's these rumors going around about Firmino now, which aren't fake. I just don't know whether
They're not fake.
we will. No. The Juventus stuff is
It's a
real.
real- it's a real deal, yeah.
Juve genuinely want him. I don't know if we'll let him go, but I do believe if Juve can afford maybe 5 million more than what they've offered, they offered 18 million. I think if they go up to about maybe 22, 23, I think Liverpool will say yes.
Well,
Pounds, Drifty? That's pounds, Drifty?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Pounds. Yeah.
Liverpool.
what say down?
25 million.
Who's looking for?
Liverpool won
Sorry, say that
25
again,
million
Hugh?
for Bobby.
Who's looking for Firmino? Who's trying to buy him?
Juventus.
Juve submitted a bid
Juventus
for
won him,
Firmino.
yeah.
Apparently they're looking at Timo
Oh, wow.
Werner as well. So
I mean,
How are they comparable? How are these guys stupid?
all I know is they've officially made an inquiry for 18 million for Liverpool. We rejected it. But if they go up by maybe 4 or 5 mil, I think we might say yes. If we let go of Bobby, I think we might dip back in the market. If we don't let go of Bobby, then I don't think we'll do anything.
I think Bobby signs a new contract.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I
I
want
think
Bobby
Bobby
to
should
stay.
contract.
But we even if Bobby stays, we need a right winger or somebody who can cover both flanks, to be honest with you, because we don't have a natural
Jonathan David,
replacement.
maybe.
I would
David.
probably say Diaby. I'd
Saka?
probably go more Diaby. Nah,
Saka.
Saka can only play right. He can't really play left, can he?
It's
I was about to
the
say
right,
new
the right,
contract.
Anywhere.
the right side of our team is the hardest to do, though, isn't it?
It is.
That's basic.
And please don't believe the Arsenal fans that say Saka can play anywhere. That's absolute bullshit. Saka can't play everywhere.
Hot take.
The star boy isn't even the star anymore. You lot's player that's gone there is now their best player. So how can he be the
What's
star boy?
Zinchenko?
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be shady, but Jesus is now Arsenal's best player. So how good
by a
really
mile.
was Saka? Do you know what I mean? How good was Saka? So I don't think he's crap or anything, but yeah, don't listen to that. But we need a right winger who can also play left wing. We definitely need a box-to-box midfielder. So yeah, I would say we need 2 players to really, really be able to say our squad is ready to fully compete on all fronts. Yeah,
I agree.
Well, that is
By
a
the way,
hard
big
one
up
to get, though. Sorry. Go on.
On the super chats, big up Wolves F1. Is that or FL or FI? I'm not too sure what that says. Correct me what that is. Where it says All-Star panel. Love that. Big up for that, man. And obviously 1975 Jamrock as well. Newcastle. This is what I'm saying. Errors do come to an end, and new errors can rise. Newcastle look like they're gonna. It looks like they're trying to shape and learn from Man City's mistakes from when they first started out a little bit, and they're going through a similar model. They're kind of revamping the whole thing as well. Remember when City first got bought out, they started revamping the training ground and everything, the new stadium.
They've
Yeah,
literally
but-
copied
Players,
their training
though,
ground.
they made a
They've
lot of
literally
mistakes.
They're getting some
Have
good
they
games.
really?
Say more?
They made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. I think Newcastle are slowing down the trajectory a little bit because they don't want to go like do what City did. Buy Robinho, get Adebayor, get everybody on the market that we can get. I think it worked better when they slowed down a little bit and got like players to build
No,
on.
what they're
and
basically
step by
doing is
step.
they're taking out the whole Gary Cook era at Man City. They're kind of putting that to one side and saying, let's ignore that bit and follow the bit since the Barcelona model took over. Did you say they're copying our whole training?
Yeah. So they released the blueprints. Well, first of all, to preface it, your one Amanda Staveley paid a visit to the CFA a couple of weeks ago, and they've just released their blueprints for the new stadium and the new training ground up in Newcastle. And if you look at it and compare it to ours, it's almost identical. It's like they just want to be Manchester City at this point.
I mean, I don't blame them, do you?
No,
Yeah.
Wait.
Let's get off that kind of model. Talk about model. Shut up. Anyways, it's not that I'm hating or anything, but guys, there's 180 people in here. Please smash a like. There's 123 likes with over 180 watching our F1. I'm very sorry, Wolves. Look, FI capital I.
Wow, thanks for the big donation, my friend. Thank you
love
for
that,
the
my
big
guy, man.
donation.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I Wolves, if you want, you can hit that notification bell too if you want. We like those. We like those.
Wait, Cass, is there water falling on your head? Is your roof leaking, bro?
Why? Oh my God.
Old Trafford, yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna talk before Mo dissects into the Community Shield and everything. That's what to expect for tomorrow. Adrian being in goal and who's gonna start? Will Haaland start? Will Alvarez start instead? Will Nunes even start? See, this is what I was kind of worried about with Liverpool as well. If Mo Salah was to get injured, is Harvey Elliott the guy to be on the right wing going forward? Is Klopp putting his full trust in the guy?
Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. He's the only one we got.
Are you happy
moment.
with that?
No. Harvey can't play right wing. He's not quick enough. He needs to play midfield. He can't get past the player. He hasn't got the acceleration. He's got the technique and he's a technically good footballer, but he hasn't got the acceleration to get past defenders. And same with Carvalho on the left as well. They haven't got the acceleration. Elliott's a good midfielder, though. He could be a very good midfielder for us going forward. But yeah, the right-hand side's a problem in our team. And it's who you get that's going to come in knowing they're playing behind Mo Salah. It's a difficult one. I don't know.
Would I be right in saying that Harvey Elliott's never scored a Premier League goal?
No,
I think he's played. I think he scored one, didn't he? Or got one assist or something like that. But correct me if I'm wrong.
So it's a big drop off, and it's a massive drop off from Salah to obviously anyone. From Salah to anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
From Salah to Harvey Elliott, taking away guaranteed 20, 25, 30 goals a season if he gets a long-term injury.
If I had to do it personally, I don't know about Drift, but if I had to do it personally and Salah had a problem, he could play for a couple of games, and Jota was fit, I'd have Diaz on the right and Jota on the left, just for a couple of games rather than Elliott.
I get the logic behind that.
Jota don't work on the right. You might as well play me on the right. And Diaz is not too bad on the right hand side. The time he has played there a couple of times. So
yeah, he's capable.
But we need a player who knows. We need a player like Drift said who can play multiple positions. Because if we just buy someone who plays on the right hand side, they're never going to play. And the problem is we're in a
play on the right.
Ox is dead. He's taking his hamstring. Ox's hamstrings completely come off his bone. He ain't going to play for months.
What?
Again?
He's again?
Yeah. His hamstring. His hamstrings.
It's too bad, man. It's too bad.
His hamstrings completely come off his bone. He won't be seen for months.
That's the second time that's happened to him. Yeah, that's the second. I remember his thigh muscle came off the bone about 4 years ago. That's the second time that's happened to him. I feel so sad for him.
His career is gonna be over. His career is gonna be over. I think this is it.
Yeah. Because
it's bad, man. I don't wish injury to anybody. It's bad, man.
No, agreed.
It's terrible.
But yeah, I big up to everyone in the comments, by the way. Daniel, look, subscribe to the 1894 where you find more Huey as well. And obviously, there's a lot more. Join the football Discord if you haven't. Never Foul got that. It's a great community. Trust me, it's blessed up and every. Trust me, it's not toxic whatsoever. Do check below. I've literally just added Jamie Phillips's link on Twitter's. Go follow his socials. Go follow Kopish socials. Go subscribe to all of them. Literally, just take some time, 2 seconds to go do so. Before we touch on the Community Shield, I know Mo's got a lot of questions to dissect on that. But I was going to come to you straight away, Huey. Is it today? I think I saw that Cucurella, I don't know how to say his name properly, has handed a transfer request. Is that?
Yes.
And you know what's funny? Before you go into that, this man here said that 2 weeks ago, I think it was about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he said the exact same thing. He's not going to go. Man City won't go in until he hands in a transfer request.
Nah,
And-
what I was saying is that I could sense that Brighton weren't looking too keen on selling, right? And they're saying 30 million, I think. Right. So Brighton told Cucurella his value is 30 million, right? City have offered 30 million. Now Brighton are saying, no, we won't even start negotiating with you unless you put 50 on the table. And I said about a week ago, what I can see happening is there is no way that Cucurella, currently being at Brighton, having Manchester City after him with no left back, coming through Barcelona's academy, Man City being managed by Pep Guardiola, there is no way that Cucurella is gonna be cool with the way Brighton are being. And I said, what I can imagine happening is City will turn their attention to somebody else. And the minute they turn their attention to somebody else, Cucurella will throw his toys out the pram. Because the fact is, we have to buy a left back. It's not like if we don't, like Kane last summer, for example, could have thought, well, do you know what? If they don't get me this summer, they'll come back in for me next summer. There is no way we are coming back in for any left back next summer. We're getting a left back this summer. And Cucurella knows that. If he does not get the Man City move this summer, he never gets the Man City move. Well, for another 5 years, maybe. He might get a move in 5 years. So I kind of knew. And surprisingly enough, we get linked with the Benfica left back yesterday. And today, Cucurella puts in a transfer request. If the negotiations don't open up soon, I would imagine he won't turn up for training. And I think Cucurella will do everything in his power to push through that move, because he knows that this isn't like City don't necessarily need left back. We have no Zinchenko, we have no Mendy. By the way, is Mendy gone, Hughie? Can you answer me this? Because everyone seems unsure.
He's suspended indefinitely. It's a sticky one.
I thought his contract was up by now. Like, anyway,
well, there's been no announcement. There's been no communication from the club as to what the future for him holds. Last we heard was just he was suspended, and I think that's
all that stuff will probably happen behind the scenes, and no one would know.
No, but what I actually thought it was I thought that his contract was actually up, as in. But I don't know. I can probably look on Wiki and find out.
You haven't been paying him all this time, have you?
No, we haven't been paying him. No.
No.
That's got to be gross misconduct. Yeah, that's got to be gross misconduct.
I think what it is.
He has 1 year more left.
I think ultimately it can't become gross misconduct until the case is closed.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
if he gets found innocent,
it's not gross.
If he's found innocent, all of his suspended pay will have to be given to him, regardless. He won't play for the club again. He'll never play for the club again. Rightly so. But all of his suspended pay will have to be given to him.
Anyway, I think he's gone from the club, man. They're gonna terminate the contract this season. I think he's
no, but let's keep it a buck. If he's innocent, why not though? Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's innocent, why not?
I don't know. And to be honest, I can't judge. I don't know. We have no information to judge to know if he's innocent or not. But it is.
All I know is if this was on Kopish, Drifty, you usually put up a clip of Pep saying something, right? We definitely can. We definitely can replace that, brother. Yeah, that's not a case of we cannot replace him. We definitely can replace him, and we will replace him this summer. Yeah, whether it be with Cucurella or whether it be with Grinaldinho or Grinaldo, whatever. Grinaldo, sorry. Grinaldo. We will replace him this summer.
What's mad is when you bought him, he was the best left back in the world.
Mendy, he was just plagued with injury, man. He was absolutely plagued with injury. I mean, it was one of his first few games. He tore his ACL, and he was like, he was looking all right before then, but it just wasn't meant to be. I mean, he was very.
Pep never played him and Sane together, though, did they?
No,
they didn't play together or something.
Too much width. That's what I've said. I think that's very relevant to maybe Sterling going. That if we do bring in left back that actually is a left back and holds width, it would be more suited to playing a player like Grealish in front of him, because Grealish can come inside a bit more. Grealish doesn't. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, keep smashing those likes, people. Are we going to move on to the Community Shield now?
Yeah, I got a first question for the Liverpool corner right here. Is this the game that we're going to see Darwin Núñez? Does he have anything to prove this game after all the talk? Because is he like Haaland? I'm not sure if Haaland has any pressure on the kid, but I see a lot of talk about Núñez. From your side, the Liverpool supporters, do you guys see like pressure on the kid? Do you see that? Does he have to prove anything to you?
No. I don't know about Drift, but he don't have to prove anything to me. I think he will bang goals for Liverpool when he's ready. Personally, I think Bobby starts on Saturday, and I think Bobby starts the season as well. And the only reason I think that is the case, because of the injury to Jota at the moment, I think it'd be better for Darwin Núñez to come in as an impact substitution at the moment than Bobby Firmino. So I think that's why Bobby might start Saturday and start the season, and Darwin comes in a bit more slower, coming in off the bench till he gets up and ready.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it will be. I mean, I do find it quite. I mean, I think it's because Man City and Liverpool are the two teams who've bought the players. Why there's been the comparison. I don't think it's really fair or whatever to make the comparison. But as much as Haaland has obviously proven more in the Champions League overall than Núñez, I still believe that Haaland is still under pressure because we all thought that Lukaku was going to be an instant success at Chelsea. I genuinely don't think there's many people that thought that Chelsea were buying the dud.
Lukaku wasn't the problem at Chelsea. Lukaku wasn't the problem at Chelsea. It was Thomas Tuchel.
That could be very true, Jamie. You're
Don't know how to
right.
coach
But
forwards.
if you look at the scenario, Haaland looks like an absolute no-brainer. But we still just got to make sure it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like we do. We still just need to watch him play and make sure it is what it is. So I don't think there's that much pressure on Núñez from what he's proved, but obviously the price tag and everybody saying all the other stuff. I mean, he got 30 plus goals in all comps last season, and he got 6 in the Champions League, including 2 against Liverpool, Bayern Munich. The kid's clearly got something, but I don't know, man. Just let the people talk and let Núñez settle in as he wants, man.
I think there's pressure on both of them, but for very different reasons. I think Haaland does have pressure on him, and I'm willing to happily say that because he's Erling Haaland and he's coming in with this massive profile, this massive name. Everyone's expecting him to hit the ground running because he's done it everywhere he's been. Fastest player to ever hit 20 Champions League goals, X amount of Bundesliga goals, and everywhere he's gone, basically, he's hit the ground running. But with Núñez, it's a case of the price tag. It's so out of the ordinary for Liverpool to spend that much money that when they do, you're kind of going, this guy has to bang quite quickly. And that's purely it. And you lost Sadio Mane. You bring this guy in, he has to fill that void of goals. That kind of thing. Would you agree?
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh shit! Man City and Liverpool are agreeing. Wow.
Well, I'm just having a look. Sorry, I'm just having a little look through. I'm just having a little look on my phone through the comments, and you know what, the Kopish lot are definitely in here today. I can see quite a few of you going for Haaland. And Hannah Grace, hold tight. Hannah's saying about how many goals has Haaland scored? 1. Bye. He's also only played in 1 game, Hannah. How many games has Darwin played in so far?
Game and a half.
But yeah,
it was basically 1 game. He played 1 game.
I salute to you all. Listen, I said to Drifty earlier, do you know what I want to see on Sunday? Right, and this doesn't mean I want to see Liverpool win. I want to see Darwin Núñez goal because Twitter will erupt. Darwin Núñez scores against Manchester City, and Liverpool this season, according to the Twitter Liverpool fan base, are winning the Community Shield, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the net spends, the Champions League, and the league. 1 goal from Darwin Núñez, and the Liverpool fan base will be off, being their usual humble self, talking about winning everything in the world. Yeah, so I need to see.
I need to see
this Darwin Núñez goal.
So officially,
it's Liverpool fan base. It's a Twitter Liverpool fan base.
So if Liverpool win the Community Shield tomorrow, it's the quintuple, yeah? It's not quadruple, it's not the treble, it's the quintuple, yeah? It's like, wow.
Whitewash. I need to see it. But no, joking aside, look, that's me joking. I do think on Núñez, as I keep saying, Klopp doesn't get to spend money easily, right? Klopp doesn't just go in the board and get given 80 or whatever it is, 80, 90 million. He has to justify it, right? And the fact is, usually Klopp does make good signings. So I'm not going to sit here and say Núñez is going to be a bad signing. That would be very stupid of me. I'll be clipped up and I'll be posted everywhere, right? For Klopp to have got 85 million out of that board, he must have his reasoning. And if we're being realistic, yes, last season, Darwin Núñez did score a hell of a lot of goals. So based on that, let's just see what happens in it. Let's just see. And the same with Haaland. Like, the drift is spot on. We think Haaland is going to score a lot of goals. I I'm very hopeful from what I saw the other day. Look, he is here, and this is the thing with where I got asked the question: who had more pressure, Grealish or Haaland? And for me, it is Haaland because for me it's Haaland because Grealish, right. The type of role that Grealish is going to play is a lot harder to justify whether he's doing a good or bad job. With Haaland, it isn't. We all know why Haaland's here. Haaland is here to score goals, right? If he doesn't score goals, then it's there you go. It's in black and white. Haaland hasn't scored goals. Bang. I think he will, and that's what I'm saying. The other day, the run he made for his goal, the way De Bruyne played a perfect pass to Grealish, the way Grealish cut it back, very simple, and Haaland scores. And I think Haaland will do what he's supposed to do. But the same with Darwin, with both of them. Unfortunately, the media have turned it into a Darwin Núñez versus.
Oh, they're always going to, weren't they?
And here's what I think on Saturday. Yeah. I think Alvarez starts, not Haaland.
Yeah. It's so strange that I'm hearing something different than Klopp versus Pep. Finally, over the last 3-4 years, it's always been that. It was never about anybody.
Let me go change the title real quick.
It's now like for real, man. Every single picture, if you Google Community Shield preview, if you Google anything, you'll find 2 pictures of Haaland. And you won't find.
If you look at my thumbnail for tomorrow, it's Haaland.
If you Google us never a foul, I think right here you will see the picture of Pep. Anyway, Huey, I want to ask you something, Huey. Do you see Pep tomorrow laying everything out, playing the actual formation that he thinks he's gonna play the season, or do you think for him he's gonna try something new that we haven't seen before? Do you think tomorrow is something that he will experiment, or you think like he's just gonna go full on?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. Like, you really never know about Guardiola, what he's thinking about these games. I would like him to go all out and go full stream, but I think Daps is right. I think there's every possibility he starts Alvarez over Haaland. There's a constant worry and question mark over Haaland's fitness, and there has been for weeks, and City have kind of kept that under wraps a little bit. He played that little bit against Bayern Munich, scored his good goal. But I'd prefer him not to play. I prefer him to be held back. And Haaland, anyways. I'd like us to do everything else as normal, but hold Haaland back. I don't want it to be a Haaland versus Núñez thing. You could see some experiments. I don't know, man. Genuinely, I don't know. It's one of those things that's really hard to predict with Pep Guardiola.
Are you going to be worried at all, Huey? Are you going to be worried if you lose the game at all this season?
Yeah, of course.
You will.
It's how we lose it, though. How we lose it.
Not game.
If we lose it. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's how we lose it. If we get embarrassed, I'll be a bit worried. But if we lose, respectfully, it's okay with me. But I never want to lose. I never want to lose to Liverpool. I mean, you can call it a charity shield or a glorified friendly. A game against Liverpool for me is always absolutely massive. I always want to beat Liverpool. But you never know with Pep. You really, really never know. We always start slow to the season. You know, even when we won the last 2 in a row, the last 2 leagues. Both of those beginnings, those campaigns, we start slow, we work our way into the season. It's never impact straight away. Might be different now because we've had an actual preseason for a change. But I don't know. Like I said, you really never know.
Not much of one, though, really, is it? 2 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Just 2 games. Drifty, do you see Salah this year replicating? Do you see this as Salah's best season without the World Cup, having a rest in the middle, now signing a new contract? Do you see him like doing the 17 again? Doing what he did when he first signed and smashing records and stuff like this, even with a forward, a true number 9 that is not a creator like Firmino coming in the squad?
I got a feeling that it will take a little while for Salah and Núñez to figure each other out. So it might be a little not shaky at the beginning, but it might be a little confusing for the two. But I think both are good enough to figure it out. Mo's Mo. I think after 5 years now of dominance in the Premier League with regards to goal scoring, I think if you want to doubt Mo now, you've just got an agenda. So it'll be interesting. Mo will be there or thereabouts. Mo's looked red hot in preseason. He's probably one of the better players in preseason. I don't care about preseason, but Mo looks ready. I think he's angry about the way the last season ended, not winning the big trophies. He wasn't really scoring that many goals. He looks fresh. He's got the Super Saiyan hair now. He's got the fresh tan. I'm jealous. And he's just he's just looking creme de la creme, man. It's Mo Salah, innit? It is what it is, Mister Take Your Girl.
I thought you were talking about me then, Drifty. Sorry, I thought you were meaning me.
Like I'm telling you, Salah's Mister Take Your Girl. So I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. It might take a little bit of adaptation between the two, and you know what I mean. But Mo is as like I think you've got Harry Kane and you've got Mo Salah now that Aguero has obviously retired, and because I would have added him to the list, where it's like it doesn't really matter what the situation is. You're almost guaranteed goals. How many? You don't know, but you're just almost guaranteed. They're like as close to a guarantee of goals as you can get. And I think Mo will be all right. I think Mo will be fine. How many he'll get at the moment, I don't know. Definitely double figures, without a doubt. Will he get the 20 to 25 and be in the top goal scorer thing? Probably, but I think it depends whether we adapt our game and he starts to up the assists. Maybe Núñez gets more. I don't know. We'll have to see how the season unfolds, but Mo looks hungry. He's got his new contract. He's got what he deserves. The king is staying. And I'm really looking forward. I don't think he'll ever outdo the 17-18 season, though. That was just something else. Like, nobody will ever do that. In my opinion, other than Luis Suarez and possibly Thierry Henry, that's the best individual season you'll ever see in the Premier League. So it's very hard to replicate a season like that. So I don't think he'll do that, but it'll definitely be Mo Salah.
Yeah. Before we get into anything as well, guys, big up anyone that is in here. There's over 215 people in here now. 145 likes. That's actually very good ratio, but it's not quite ratio, is it? So please run up the likes. Let's get to let's try and get this to 200, 175. I'll give or take a little bit. Just double check. Just gotta hit the thumb. If you don't know English, the thumb. Literally, this symbol here.
Well, you're speaking in English.
Well, I mean, yeah, sign language. Shut up. You love doing this to me, man.
Sorry, I love you, Cass. Sorry.
Anyways, yeah, my bad. But I just make sure you run that up, man. We're nearly on 150. It helps the channel big time, and obviously
massively.
Just for this amazing panel, if anything. But yeah, man.
You know, I've got to big up Hannah Grace rattling people in the chat.
She is.
I love it.
I've been watching it.
I absolutely love it.
When Callum started, and Callum was looking at the people in the comments and was like, I've got to big up Hannah, and she mentioned a few other of the Kopish lot, yeah. I must admit, I haven't actually come across Hannah when I've been on.
Yeah. She's one of my lot. She's one of my
right. But then the minute I looked in there, the fact that even I picked up on her and was like, hold on, I see Hannah talking a lot of... She's in there rattling people, innit? Proper rattling people.
She's rattling, yeah. Mission accomplished, Hannah. I love it.
Well done.
Maybe
you win a league this season, Hannah. Maybe, I doubt it.
I disagree with this comment, Edward. I totally disagree. It's because Man City didn't play enough... Because Man City didn't play enough preseason games, and because Liverpool are now, there are a lot of. I'm talking from a neutral. There's a lot of doubt about did the gap close to Man City? Is it the same? Is it bigger? I think tomorrow's game is a little bit of. There is rivalry these years, and I think that tomorrow's game, nobody's taking it easy. You have 4 great panelists here, and every one of them is saying that the game matters. It's not just a charity game. They want to win the game for real, and these are representatives of the fans, I guess. So I think the game tomorrow is going to be on fire. I don't think the coaches just throw away the game by subbing like rockish players in the middle of the second half. I think they take it serious. They want to win it because it's an indication going to the season. It's only 1 week going in with new players, and I think both systems are going to change this year. So I think this game is going to be an indication of what is probably not so much, but it's going to be like a good start. If coaches know that, it's a good start if they win. So I think both coaches go for it, go try to win it or not lose it at least. Even if it goes to penalties, they're going to be okay.
Oh, so
this is
for me. For me, this is the biggest game in Liverpool. Man City now is the biggest game in Europe, in my opinion. I think it's taken over Real Madrid, Barcelona in recent times, and I think
absolutely
it can't be a friendly when it's Liverpool, Man City. I don't care what anyone says. I don't think Pep and Klopp will see it as that either. They see it as trying to get one over on each other really early before the season starts. That's what they'll see it as.
Yeah.
If Barcelona and Real Madrid play each other in this sort of thing, it's not a friendly, is it? Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, not a friendly. It's just.
I tell you what's funny though. Yeah, you see that you Man City boys can maybe back this up, and I don't mean this with disrespect. Like I genuinely just mean it. You grew up hating Man United, and obviously the City rivalry with United would always be there because you're from the same town, but from the same city. So, but Liverpool have to be City's biggest ever rival, right? Surely, like it kind of has to. I know you've come out on top more, but surely we have to be your biggest rival.
Or as Man United?
No. City. Like, Liverpool have to be City's biggest rival, surely.
Hugh,
we're the only team that pushes you.
Yeah, Hugh, you need to answer this because I've got a particular rivalry with Liverpool due to my dad. So I can't comment on this because I would say yes straight away. Liverpool are our biggest rival, but I know I do not speak on behalf of every single Manchester City fan. So Hughie, you can answer that one. It's a good question.
For me, in recent times, it is like I'm really sick of Liverpool because they're the only team giving us a proper challenge. They're proper on our tails every single season. And they're a fantastic team as well. But for me, like I said as well, like growing up, everybody in Ireland supported Manchester United. Absolutely everybody in my classes in school, on the street, you're seeing Rooney jerseys and Giggs jerseys. Everyone, Man United is in your face. So I think it's just ingrained in me more, like deeper down, to hate Manchester United. But on the surface of me right now, in recent times, like I said, it is, Liverpool are just there and they're really, really annoying. I don't know, like they're both rivals for different reasons. And I think Cass will probably say the same thing about City and Liverpool. They're both rivals for different reasons, different feelings. One is for silverware, one is for, location or geography, whatever you want to call it, and that sort of thing. But I dislike you both for different reasons, with all due respect.
That's like, you guys, this is exactly like Inter and Juventus. Even though AC Milan is our city rivals, actually the Derby Italia is actually Inter Juventus. It's all about who's pushing who in like a period, and this just the rivalry just comes to the surface and everybody's just boiling, and this is the club that I want to see lose. Like Inter and AC Milan are not the same as like Inter and Juventus are just way tougher in a game, and it's boiling in Italy when that game is happening. So I think it's maybe in 10 years, if it stays the same, I think we're gonna see that Liverpool and City, especially the new generation that haven't watched Man United in the 90s and the 2000s, that the new generation that is coming up that only watched Mo Salah and Liverpool and watch Man City, Yaya Toure, these kids are gonna come up and be in their 20s and 30s, and they would think that the only rivals are just City and Liverpool.
That's a really good point. That is a good point. The younger fans will grow up thinking, do you know what, like, I'm going to say this, and some City fans might not like me saying this, but I'm going to say it, right? If you ask a Man United fan, who their biggest rivals are, they will, well, actually, they might, depending on their age group, some of them might say Leeds, but most of them will probably say Liverpool, right?
Liverpool, all the time.
And Liverpool will probably say the same, Man United, right? Right. Man United, for some generations, the generations that watch football right now, Man United are no longer a rival. Man United are currently like City were to that equation. Yeah. So remember, City were just Man United. They were local to Man. City were local to Man United, but ultimately Man United's biggest rivals were Liverpool. Well, now it's the other way around. That City and Liverpool, to the youngsters, have this actual rivalry for trophies, and then there's this other local team called Man United, but they're not winning nothing, so they're not really seen as a rival. So, and I, although I am slightly bantering and very clearly sending a shot, I'm also talking some facts that is actually that it has swung, and that to some younger teams that don't really see Man United as a rivalry, they see it as they're not going to compete for trophies. So. Is what it is. So
there is a generation of City fans. There is a generation of City fans who will grow up and they will view Liverpool as the rival. They will be the main rivals. The real hatred will be for Liverpool rather than Man United. But for slightly older people like myself and Daps, it's definitely Man United. Well, you said your dad and Liverpool, but for me, I think most City fans, it's Man United.
I was going to say as well, Mo, Milan are back, bro. You can't forget about Milan anymore, bro. They're
gonna be back. They're gonna be back.
So
they haven't invested anything. They haven't invested anything. But I don't think they're gonna do anything this year.
They're back on the perch at the moment, though, bro. That's all that matters, bro.
I want to ask a question about the midfield for both teams. For Huey, do you see Foden playing on the left, De Bruyne on the right of Rodri, or do you see Foden still as a winger? And for the Liverpool later, do you guys still comfortable with the three midfielders starting for the rest of the season if you don't buy anybody? Huey?
You know what? I don't see Phil Foden starting. As weird as it is to say, I don't see Phil Foden starting. I think Jack Grealish, you guys probably didn't watch City in preseason. Jack Grealish was probably our best player in preseason. Yeah. The guy was absolutely phenomenal. And to shift him off that left wing is going to be very tough. My midfield tomorrow is probably Rodri, Bernardo, and De Bruyne. So you can't fit Foden there right now. Phil Foden was away in Croatia with the under-23s because he couldn't get to America, while Jack Grealish was killing it in America. I find it hard to see Pep not picking Jack Grealish.
There's a certain thing with a couple of the City players that ended up not travelling. I think predominantly because of jabs. I think it was
vaccines.
Vaccines. They won't just walk straight back into this team. Pep will not have the fact that they haven't been there. And look, I'm not saying it's their fault. They had their own reasons for not going. But Pep will also see it that you have not been with the team. You're not just going to walk straight back in. And like Huey said, start of the summer, everyone was talking about how Grealish was off partying, and he was. To be fair, he was off partying. He was at the trophy parade partying. He was in Ibiza partying. He was in Vegas partying. But then he turned up to training, and I can honestly say, if what I would pay, to be able to party like that and then turn up to training looking ripped like he was, he looked the best condition I've ever seen Jack Grealish looking. The guy, I believe a week before he came back, he had a personal trainer, high altitude or something, and was doing a lot of training. The guy looks ready. He looks very, very ready. I think he knows that this season, although I said earlier, I think there is more pressure on Haaland than Grealish. Grealish knows that he's got to perform this season. I think Grealish, with Sterling going as well, it's almost like, look, there is your place. That is for you now. I think Foden slowly will start to be pushed deeper. But I think that place on the wide left is Grealish's to claim and make his own. And he looks like a guy that's ready, fully ready. So I agree with you. The only thing I did say is I don't know if Pep might choose this game to maybe try Phillips and Rodri together.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only cameo Phillips has had so far was at centre half, which was kind of strange. Yeah. He hasn't had a chance in defensive midfield. I mean, you could see if Pep does decide to experiment, like I said, he could do. You could see Rodri not start, and you could see Calvin Phillips get that number 6 shirt. The midfield could be something we haven't seen before entirely. It's really hard to know, but yeah, just to echo what Daps was saying, man, Grealish looks like a man possessed, and I want to make the shout here right now that come the end of the season, we'll be saying this is the Jack Grealish that Manchester City went out and bought, not the one we saw last season. This is the one.
Write that one on your board, Daps.
Well, I already said it. It's the same as what I said the other day. After I saw the cutback, after I saw him talk as he was going down the tunnel about saying to Calvin Phillips, I told Erling, if he makes those runs, I'll find him. I said straight after that, I want to see 20 GA from Jack Grealish in the league alone this summer. This season, because he should be getting that with a striker, with De Bruyne playing him through with perfectly weighted passes. He should be getting the numbers that Sterling used to get alongside Aguero. And I'm not going to say first season, I want to go and see those Sterling numbers, because those Sterling numbers were a bit crazy, to be honest. But I want to see him getting 20 GA in the league, 100% this season.
Pressure on the boy. But you know, before we round anything up, I'm going to get onto predictions as well. Predictions. I know some people like a prediction, some people don't like a prediction. I want to know the predictions from people in the comments. What's tomorrow's results going to be? I'm going to start off with Jamie.
We're going to win 3-1. The reason
3-1.
I'm saying that is I think City are a little undercooked because of their pre-season. I think we played a bit more on them. Actually, I think we were back about 8 days before City even started their pre-season. So that's just the reason I think we'll be a bit fitter and a bit sharper. And I think Liverpool might put out a bit of a stronger side than Pep. I think Pep might still use this as a bit of a friendly going into the season. So that's the reason I'm saying that.
I can see that.
Yeah, obviously Elias is going to come with that result. What about you, Hugh, man? What are you optimistic tomorrow? You're going to smother him? What?
I have a weird feeling that we are going to smother them. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I have a weird feeling we're going to put in a serious performance. I think the team is shaping up nicely. We look very good in pre-season, and there's a lot of competition for places. Every player is desperate to play this season. There's a lot of depth now, more so than we've had previously. I'm going to go with I want to say 3-0, but I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1 City. I'm going to predict a Jack Grealish goal. I'm on record saying Jack Grealish goal.
Oh, damn. So we got 3-1 in the red corner. We got 3-1 in the blue corner. Heading back to the other red corner with Drifty. What are we saying tomorrow? Optimistic?
Nah. I'm not even going to come on here and gas it up and do all of that stuff. 2-0 City, unfortunately.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Daps, I don't know if you like a... Okay, you heard it from the man himself. Wow, I wonder how Callum's going to feel about that one. Not that you.
Yeah, he's very upset with me.
Oh, this is Team Kopish.
I'm upset.
They're turning the lights off in me here. Jesus.
What about you, Dapson?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Please smash the like on the way out.
You know what it is with Daps? He made a prediction that. Remember that clip that I got of you when you said that City were going to win a Champions League in the semi-finals?
Yeah.
I love that.
You caught me slipping.
Oh, you caught me slipping as well, man.
Saved that somewhere.
You know what's mad, Daps? Yeah, I fully get where you're coming from because I used to be like you. And then when Liverpool didn't win anything, when I didn't do any predictions, I realized fuck all. So I started to do predictions, and then we still didn't win anything. So I don't even really think it fucking matters anymore.
You know what it is? You know what it is, yeah. You know when you stick to something, and then the one time I did a prediction this season, I'm sure it was either Palace or Southampton. I did a prediction for it, yeah. And then we went and dropped points, and I was like, "I'm done. I'm not doing no more predictions."
I hear that.
I can't do it. Can I just ask one last question? Sorry, Hughie. Who do you think is going to start on the left?
Jack Grealish.
Back.
I think Jack Grealish. I think.
No. Left.
Oh, left back. Sorry.
Left back.
Cancelo. I think if we don't get Cucurella in, I can see this Joshua Wilson-Esbrand fella getting a lot more game time than he was possibly expecting a few weeks ago. But yeah, I think Cancelo is a left back tomorrow.
But Walker was limping a little bit against Bayern, wasn't he?
Are you guys worried that Laporte's out till September as well?
Nah.
Because at least your centre back short.
Nah. Nathan Ake is absolutely fantastic. Nathan Ake is an unbelievable substitute.
Yeah. A bit like Jamie Phillips when he came in for...
And also, let's be honest, for me as well, the one thing I will say is John Stones this season, I expect to play a lot more game. I like John Stones a lot. John Stones, when he stepped in last season, was sensational for us. He didn't play as much last season, but you've got to remember, last summer, John Stones signed a very, very big contract with Manchester City. So I expect to see John Stones play a lot more this season. So I'm not really worried about Laporte being out. Look, and he deserves it because I gave him a bit of a hard time last season, but ultimately Laporte played through injuries to win us the league last season, so it is what it is. But I think I have a feeling we might see Cancelo on the right and we might see Esbrand pop up on the left tomorrow.
I'm happy to see Esbrand get a chance. The kid looks really, really good. He deserves a chance.
Yeah, he does. Also, we actually have to. There's one other thing we have to say as well. You did say it leaves us one centre back down, but Mbete has been. I don't know if you've noticed, Hughie, on City's social media. Mbete is getting a lot of attention as well. Like I can see him getting a bit more game time this season as well, potentially. No, he's not getting.
Yeah, well, he's just signed that new contract, Luke Mbete.
He just signed a new contract. I don't think you see what we're doing. We're selling players. We ain't loaning players out really. I think the way he's around the first team, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a bit more game time this season as well. But anyway, that's for a different show. For tomorrow, I just do think that Esbrand might start on the left and Cancelo might start on the right. But anyway, there we go.
You're winning. You're winning, Daps, right? You're winning.
No, I didn't give a prediction.
I don't do predictions. Okay. What about you, Mo? Then what are you thinking about the game tomorrow?
City 3-1.
Prediction.
Salah scoring.
City 3-1. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to go penalties. I still stick by that. I just want to see goals as a neutral person. I just want to see goals slapped. I'd hope there'd be more than 2-2. I hope it's 3-3 then, but that's not. I doubt that's happening.
Well, like when you slap 4 against him, Cass.
Yeah, that one. Basically, anyways, I guys appreciate anyone that's subscribed to Never a Foul. Appreciate anyone that's put that notification bell. We'll be back tomorrow doing a preseason roundup. Mo and a few others. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good show. Obviously, Chelsea fans probably gonna get hyped off of that. But big up to the guests for coming on. Jamie Phillips, obviously Daps, obviously Hugh as well, and obviously big up Drifty for coming on. He can tell that man's been streaming hours on end back to back right now.
He has been.
Get that man some milk. But man,
time to eat, bro. I'm feeling malnutrition right now, bro.
Malnutrition.
Yeah, man. All that stuff is in the description below. Hugh, you got anything else to say quickly?
Yeah, listen, love to all of you for having me on. It's been a pleasure making my Never a Foul debut, and I hope we can do it some more.
A lot more, man. 100%.
What about you, Jamie? Anything?
It's been great coming on me and talking to all you guys yet again, and really enjoyed it.
Love that, man. And Drifty.
Yeah, big up, man. You know what I mean? It's always a pleasure. Definitely won't be the last. You know what I mean? Make sure you smash that like button, guys. And you know what, Jamie, as well, always like everything you're doing, man. I love it, bro. I love it.
Cheers,
I remember
mate.
the first time you come on our channel, seeing you here, like it makes me smile, man. Like
Cheers,
I love
man.
seeing people win. Like I genuinely love seeing people win. All of you lot. Do you know what I mean? Even Mo from the terrace now. I love it. I love seeing people win.
Yeah.
I don't understand hate. I don't understand negativity. I just love people winning. So I'm all here for it, man. Smash a like button, subscribe, and keep it moving.
That is why we fuck with the Kopish so much, right? But also on the Jamie thing, I've said this before about Jamie, when Never a Foul was at its lowest point, where like me and Soups were doing streams with like 10 people watching, not at the beginning, for the whole show. Jamie would always drop in. Jamie's a very good guy, and I love to see Jamie growing as well, man.
Cheers, guys.
Some of the
Appreciate love.
opportunities hopefully he gets. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for coming on, and thanks to Cass and Mo for hosting it.
Mo, anything? Obviously you're not Mo from the terrace anymore. You're Mo from Never a Foul. So there we go.
Oh, you upgraded. Well done.
I can't show disrespect. I can't show too much disrespect, but yeah.
It's just a family. It's a family here. We're all one family here, and then I'm happy to be with the guys here, and I'm happy to help whenever I can and wherever I can. It's just a joy to be here always, and having great panel like this, it just fills my heart with joy every time I'm streaming, and having guys like you guys coming in to chat with us. It's just phenomenal feeling, to be honest.
I just love that. You can catch him at White Hart Lane supporting Tottenham as well.
YouTube friends.
But yeah, man, if you haven't smashed a like already, do so please before on your way out. And it's been your boy Cass. You can find everything in the description below, everyone's channels and stuff. Peace.